to where we need to be. And um, tell me your take on a big beautiful bill. You know, supposed to help the economy. Do you think it would help the economy? Um,
Yeah, that's right. YouTube's
what's going on? What's going on? Health is wealth, baby. What it look like, my guy Mello. Mello, do you know anything about this big beautiful bill? Talk to me if you know about this beautiful bill, Mello. I'm on my politic way this week, man. Trying to get everything sorted out with this big beautiful bill. Uh, where the big beautiful bill, I know it talks about infrastructure and changing the way food stamps work, Medicaid, what else? There's a lot that this big beautiful bill talk about. Sheiky Baby and Mellow at the same time. That's a win-win. That's a win-win. Sheiky Baby, if you know anything about this big beautiful bill, let me know. People got to get there and work. Able bodies. Able bodies. You have to get up.
Yeah, so the big beautiful
Oh,
Yeah, there's a lot of debate about that. Some folks think it's about making sure people who can work do work, while others worry it could hurt people who really need the help. It's definitely a complicated issue with strong opinions on both sides.
yeah, but I really think people gotta work. I really think you got to get up and get out. Like the song you say, get up, get out, get some. You got to get up and get out and get some.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of talk about that. Some folks think it's about making sure people who can work do work, while others worry it could hurt people who really need the help. It's definitely a complicated issue with strong opinions on both sides.
But what about the people that's needing programs for schools and food stamps and uh they cutting off Medicaid?
That's a really important point. The bill does make some changes to those programs. For example, there's talk about adding work requirements for some folks who get food stamps, and there could be changes to Medicaid eligibility too. It's a pretty complex situation, and there are a lot of different opinions on whether those changes are a good thing.
All talk is gonna F over a lot of innocent people, then it will punish the bad ones who work. Uh is the big beautiful bill, is it like the tax cuts, are they permanent?
You're right, the tax cuts are a big part of the bill, and yes, they're designed to be permanent, which means they'd stay in place unless Congress decides to change them later on.
Who is the tax cut for?
The tax cuts in the Big Beautiful Bill are pretty broad, but they tend to favor wealthier individuals and corporations. There are also some cuts for middle class families, but the biggest benefits go to those at the higher end of the income scale.
Do you know what the cuts are for middle class families?
The tax cuts for middle class families in the Big Beautiful Bill are a bit complex. There are some standard deductions and credits that could lower their tax burden, but the exact amount depends on their income level and family size.
Mm. Shiki baby, I think you got it. I think you kind of right. Shoot, I told you when Mello and Shiki baby in the house is a win-win. These get up and go to work, able bodies. But everybody, some people gonna have issues. Everybody's not gonna be able to get up and get out, and they're gonna need assistance, and that's just what it is. It's like helping an old lady across the street or with a bag. Some people in life is going to need assistance, but if you able to get up and you out there on that corner and able to hold up that sign and ain't nothing wrong with you, you able to go to work. I'm sorry, dog. But the big beautiful bill, it's going to be a lot of tax cuts for the wealthy. The wealthy is going to enjoy these next 3-4 years, you know. So until the Democrats take back the seats and all that, uh, the big beautiful bill going to be in place. It's permanent. So Congress got the ball in their hand for years to come. The big beautiful bill is not going nowhere. So they didn't implement it. It's permanent, and people got a lot of to say about it. People got mixed reviews about it. People, it's cutting off a lot of people Medicaid. You know, it's stopping a lot of school programs. Um, it's messed up what Donald Trump did to the Republican Party, and they are in denial. So, you know, half of them ain't, half of them is. A lot of them in denial. It's messed up what he did to the Caucasians.
Okay, I understand. The big
What do you understand?
Donald Trump's impact on the Republican.
Talk to me.
I'm not sure. Of course. What's on your mind today?
Well, we was just going over about the big beautiful bill and what Donald Trump did to the Republican Party and what he's doing to it, and they are ashamed to speak on it, so they go with it.
The big beautiful bill has definitely been a hot topic with a lot of debate around it. And you're right. Trump's influence on the Republican Party is undeniable. It's interesting how some Republicans seem hesitant to speak out against him, even when they might disagree with his policies.
Yeah, he's a powerful figure. He made America looking more strong again. You know, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. You know, everybody was on his team at one point, especially all the hip hop community. But like I was saying in my last live, um, we got to stop looking at the influencers because they're not the middle class. The middle class is what run America. You know, the middle class is your workers. You know, these are the ones that's getting down in the mix and the grits, and these are the ones that's reaching back to the low income. Oftentimes, the upper class never reach down to the middle class. Just like Obama was saying, the upper class have to reach down to the middle class have to reach down to the lower class. All that trickulation has fell off, and none of that is happening now. People going for self. The big beautiful bill is making cuts for the wealthy. People is out here struggling. People out here mad. People don't know what to do. My son don't hardly get any now, being disabled. SHM is about to get worse, cutting that funding. And you heard it from Shiki Baby right here. You know, being his son has a disability, you know, and they cutting off funding. That's not right. That is not right. I seen a lady on the news talking about how she was getting funded, and she worked a job and she had insurance, and you know she never knew that she could get funded by the state or whatever, you know, and her insurance and stuff and job ran down. Her child was, you know, born in an incubator, and all of a sudden, you know, Donald Trump now they cutting off Medicaid or whatever and cutting off those fundings, and you know, a child need that. People need this assistance. People need assistance. People need assistance, and black people are not working no more. They're eating out of garbage can, low income, not every demographic. You know, the ones that I see are hanging around the stores, the BPs, the 7-Elevens, eating out of garbage can, and they're looking for a way out. They want a way out. They want to turn it around. They want to work. You know, I see a lot of young, enthusiastic black kids on the internet building houses, opening up business, starting business, you know, real down to earth, middle class, hardworking, good folk. And this bill is just not what's up, you know. It's what's up to a certain extent, you know, roads, infrastructure, getting people off, stop being lazy, but for the ones that really need assistance for like programs, Medicaid, welfare, foods, or however you want to call it, they need assistance. But for the ones that's trying to abuse the system, no, no, you can't abuse the system no more. Donald Trump is not having it. And that's just what it is. And it's just not Trump. People know that they're abusing the system. You know when you're abusing the system. And it's just, I guess it's just how we look at it, how they word it, how the white folks, make it seem so redneckish, you know. That's what's going on in this country today. It look like there's a lot of undertone racism, a lot of hidden racism, and uh with these bills and the way that the White House, you let look, Donald Trump got felonies from here to there. And that's why all the street guys on a lower level, the street guys, the pushers, the drug dealers, and all that, they respect Donald Trump. He let Kodak Black out. He let all these rappers out. Talk about letting R. Kelly out and all this. He let a lot of political people out too. But Donald Trump got the streets. He got the Republican Party. You know, he got some of the Democrats that want to see people get off there, you know, for real. And but it's just crazy, but it's just so confusing. It's the way they word it, it's the way they act around it, you know. It's 2025. Stop trying to, have that tone of racism. That's just that's just that's just dead. Don't try to, black folks is willing to put a new engine in America. Black folks is willing to put the engine, put the back in America. We all working together, either on the farms, either in the Navy, or over here, over there. We all together anyway. During the pandemic, we was all together. Uh, I mean, we've been together forever. It's just coming to the table. It's going to have to be and dialogue to talk about undertone racism in America, regentrification. One community thinking is all for them, but it's not. And uh the Democratic Party, blacks think, oh, blacks used to be Republicans long time ago. And then if you go do your history, it changed, it switched, that's a whole nother story. But we got to stop thinking that blacks can just be Democrats. Some of them are Republicans to the core. You know, um, Stop thinking that all black people are the same. Stop thinking they all got the same mind mentality. A lot of them was raised by white folks. You know, um, that's why in America it just got to be so much dialogue, because you had back in the day two type of N words. Especially in the slave, you had the one that was in the field and you had the one that was in the house. The one that was in the house of representatives got treated well. He had a pad, he had a place to stay, and he had this and he had that. You know, but the one that was in the field got abused by master, the son, and everything. So it was just crazy. So you that separated the two. You had two different type individuals, and just like in entertainment and low level workers or middle class workers and people that's abusing the system, the welfare system. You got your middle class. We don't trickle no more down to the lower class. And you got people like Jordan, LeBron James, them at the higher ups, and they giving back the charities, but those charities are not reaching what they supposed to be reaching, you know. And just like Shaq, Shaq will see you, bam, he'll pay for your stuff, he'll hit you off, he'll do whatever. He's reaching the people, he's reaching the people. Shaq is reaching the people, you know. But in America, it have to be dialogue like this because everybody got to get back to work. We got to get back to work. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Joe Biden supporter. I'm not a Elon Musk supporter. I'm not a Bernie Sanders supporter. So I'm not neutral in all this. So I come up in this saying this. Listen, Tom told me, he said, Bull, you got a special place in my heart. And he said, you know why you're a hard worker? I get the job done, baby. I'm not a slave driver. I'm not none of that. I'm not with all parts of the big, beautiful bill, but I'm not saying that it's totally wrong. But you got to do reparation. Black folks are not going to work for crumbs no more, from the master's table. They're not. You're not just going to be able to take that. No. If you want America to have a new engine, you have to take a page out of Henry Ford book. What Ford just did in 2025, he took a page out of Henry Ford book. That everybody was going over to Jeff Bezos, working for Amazon. Ford stopped him at this company. He said, okay, you can't feed your family. You don't have enough money to have leisure time to go to the pleasure beaches and to go here and to go there. He said, here, take this extra money. You stay at Ford. He gave them extra incentives and extra money, and they're there now, right at Ford at the factory. But he also told the office workers, your future might not be so bright here because of AI, the way the world is going with technology, and he kept it real with them because sooner or later you ain't gonna need secretaries and stuff like that, you know. Right now, the way America is going, robots about to start taking over and all that. And Donald Trump know that with Elon Musk. Elon Musk. And soon as they had a fallout, and everybody knew they were going to fall out, because Trump ain't about to let you be bigger than him. Everybody knew Elon and Trump were going to fall out. You just knew that. I mean, you could just see it. And it happened. And it happened very quickly. And Elon, first thing Trump said, nobody wants an electric car. Everybody, the way of the world should be electric, you know, um, to advocate for the environment. The way of the world should be electric, but the only people that should be using that muscle is who? The military, or not even your city bus people. You know, they didn't win electric. All city buses have went electric. So the only people that should be using that muscle is like the military or the airports or something like that. But everything should be going electric. But back to this big, beautiful bill, let me tell you, Donald Trump, he did it. He did it. He made America great again. But the only way that he can truly make it America great again is to give reparation to the black folks. So we do a census about what, every 10, 7, 8 years. Every 10, 7, 8 years, we do a census to see how many Caucasians, Latinos, Asians, who in America. So we know how many black folks in America. During the pandemic, you cut the whole America a stimulus check. Go on and get reparation. It won't nothing but what? An acre of land, two mules, and bam, bam, bam. Go on and cut that stimulus check, Trump, to all the black folks in America. Make it about 7,000, to bring them up. You already to start regen. Look at Harlem, New York. They say it ain't Harlem no more. White folks walk around like they stole it. Hey, I'm just keeping it real. Is regentrifying just about in every downtown all over the world, all through the United States, not the world. But but you just can't think that that area is for you where it's been regentrified because the blacks going to show up, the Latinos going to show up, the Asians going to show up. They building these big, beautiful malls, and don't think it's just for you. Don't think you know that VIP section is just for you. In America, you equal, baby. Everybody's on the same playing field. Like I say, I know how to get the black people back to work. They need a second chance. They ready to, and I'm not talking about the middle class hard workers that's already working now. All black folks are not the same. Remember that. I'm talking about the lower ones that's right in between that threshold that never gets talked about. See, there's a threshold in there, and you got to know, you have to be there, experience it. See, I come from the bottom, so I know what it's like to go from the bottom to the top, from like slavery all the way to being rich or having something. So you know, it's that threshold in there, and all black folks are not the same. And those are the ones, some of the ones that's just lost. They just, you know, they're not lost mentally, but they just got lost in life and got off track, and nobody's helping them. And they ready to get back to work. They ready. Listen, well, all I'm trying to say in a short story, black folks know how to do the work. They just ain't gonna work for crumbs no more. They rather eat out of the garbage can than work for crumbs. And see, that's where the problem is going to be in America. Because those are the ones that's going to need help and assistance. And because you just can't have them walking around, floating around. So you might as well go on and take a page out of Henry Ford book, Make America Great Again, put them back to work, put some stipulations on it, make it mandatory that everybody got to work that's able body. And like the Bible say, we still one nation under God. We still under God. We proclaim to be one nation under God. So if that is that, we have to put some stipulations on it. We have to say, listen, you got to work, you got to work, you got to work. And we one nation under God. What did the Bible say? Man don't work, man don't eat. If you work, you know you're going to eat. And we want leisure time. We want Pleasure Beach. We want Pleasure Island. You know what I'm saying? We want to go to Disney World here and there, but we can't afford it. We can't afford it with the salary that we're making. Teachers are not teachers no more. Teachers back in the day, my teacher used to have a coffee pot that sat on her desk. Her name was Miss Decker. And she was an old teacher, but she let you know, she was white Caucasian teacher. She let you know that you could do it. She taught you great. She taught you good. She'll pull you to the side and let you know you got this, you could do it, and you're going to be somebody. And she treated you with respect, honor, and dignity, and she drunk her coffee and made sure that you learned. She made sure that you knew how to read. She made sure that you knew your timetables. She made sure that she was a nurturer. She was a teacher's teacher. That was back in the day where they could paddle you in school if you did wrong. See, we didn't took all what they take out of the black community. They don't want you to pop your kids and raise your kids and chastise your kids, and or that's child abuse. Why you think these young black kids running rampant around here shooting each other with army guns that they can't afford? How they get army guns that they can't afford? Government pushing that stuff in our neighborhoods and putting that stuff in the street. Man, come on, man. America, we gotta wake up. We all gotta come together. The black people is ready to put the new engine in America. America, you got to pay them. I done talked to numerous of low income black folks. They ready to work. The thing is, they said, is that America ain't trying to pay. America is the best country in the world. And remember this, is somebody that's trying to disrupt our way of living over here in the United States. Because if a nuclear bomb happened to reach over here, We all going to be, whether it destroy the whole United States or not. Any bomb touch this soil, our way of living is going to be disrupt. Pay your people. Let's get this technology popping. Let's get this infrastructure back up. Let's put this new engine. Shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters that came and rebuilt the engine. But that's not good enough. We have to make America great again. Let's put a new engine in America. The big, beautiful bill, baby. Let's get them able bodies back to working. Let's get it back popping. That's what Tom told me. He said, Bull, you got a special place in my heart. He said, you know why? You get the job done. Yeah, yeah. So tell me what you think about the big, beautiful bill. Still not talking about why you think you deserve reparation. That's just because that's just a fact. That's just a given. Reparation is just a given for the black folks. Go on to get this, whatever it was, 2 mules and a donkey, whatever acre land, whatnot. That's just a fact. Our ancestors, it's still blood crying from the Mississippi. Look who dug out that White House. It's still pictures, with buckets on that swamp land. It wasn't no machinery like that back in it. They had to do it by hand. They had to do it by hand. They had to do it by hand. Your ancestors sold slaves. That's true. This is true. This is true. But hey, you took them from that land. They ain't asked to be over here. You took them from that community. They ain't asked to be over here. See, it ain't a battle of back and forth. We already done went through that. The picket lines and the protesting and the injustices and the sitting ins and all that. We already been. That ain't it. Right now, we talk about making America great again. Then you see Donald Trump. He let Kodak Black out. You know, that's that's your president. That's my president. That's the president of the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag. You understand? This hat say made in China. It's supposed to say made in the USA. So, like I say, man, we ain't on that small talk. We ain't on that racism talk, that underlying racism. Oh, that's just for you. No, we here. I ain't going nowhere so you could get to know me. We here, so we got to come together and sit at the table with these talks. Everybody ain't going to be 100%. Oh, I love you, black man. Oh, I love you, white man. No, it's always going to be racism, but it's always going to be a table when it get hot. It's always going to be a table when it get hot. Come to the table, let's talk. You talk with foreign countries. You talk with the people, Rocket Man. You talk with Rocket Man. You talk with ex Ping China. You talk with Putin over here. So it's always going to be room at the table. And this ain't just about blacks. Donald Trump doing the Caucasians in right now. He doing his own party in. He told Elon, keep talking, you'll get more than that. I'ma send you back. I'ma send you back to the South Bronx, South Africa, baby. He gonna send them back. I'm not talking to a black man. I'm talking to a who happens to be black. It's all love. You all to the table and bring your boys. Hey, hey, all right. Number one, come up on the live and come up here and express your opinion. I see you in the chat. The chat is good and everything. Go to my homepage, go to the post, come up on the live. I can have one person up here at a time. Go to my homepage where it say posts. It's right beside playlist. Slide it over. Go to my homepage where it say posts. It's right beside playlist. Slide it over, hit post, and I got the link right there. And join the live, show your face, and let the people know how you feel. This ain't about me. This bigger than me, baby. I'm just the messenger. I'm just coming through, just trying to shed some light. I'm not even politically inclined. I'm just coming through just to shed some light on the nature of the situation. So, with that said, I'm at the table right now, and I'm asking all my Caucasian brothers and sisters, to look deep into this thing, and so we could turn this thing around and make America great again. I don't want to be sitting in the greatest country of the world that's potentially going to get a nuclear bomb dropped on them by the other countries that's teaming up together in alliance, with their undertones, because America is a superpower. America is the protector of Israel. We pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We one nation still under God. I don't want to be sitting in that country that where they got these hypersonic missiles pointed at us, and 10 hypersonic nuclear missiles pointed at us, and Donald Trump talk about building a dome. You know why he talk about building the dome. You know why he talk about building the dome. Um that fascist and that Antifa stuff, I ain't with none of that. That Bernie Sanders stuff, I ain't with none of that. That Elon Musk stuff, I ain't with none of that. That Donald Trump stuff, I ain't with none of that. I'm here in America. I ain't with none of that little petty stuff. Let's build America. Let's put a new engine in America. Get the people back to work. And that's what this is about. This ain't that. This ain't about that racist stuff. This ain't about none of that. You got to look at the bigger picture. We all here. We all here. We got to do work. We got to come to the table. We got to come to the table. Even in the black community, black men, black young men from 13 to 20 something, we all got to come to the table because we killing the ones in our community. And blacks just ain't gonna work for scraps no more. That's just what it is. They ain't working for crumbs no more. And you have to use what you got here at home. You have to use what you got here at home. I mean, why would I outsource America to people that I think was hard? I'll tell you a story. I seen some contractors. They had a group of people, this ethnicity of group of people. They was working, trying to get the job done. They couldn't get it done. It took about 2, 3 weeks. It was still sitting there. They couldn't get the job done. The boys are back in town. If the boys want it, you better let them. They had to call the boys. They had to call the ones that could get the job done. Like I say, shout out to my brothers here and there and there. They built America 50%. It's time to put a new engine in. It's really time to make America great again. That's what it is. That's what it is. It ain't whether you black or white. It ain't whether you Latino, Caucasian. I can't even tell right now if America Mexico or America. And that's just being honest with you. I can't tell. Back in the 80s, I could tell. Back in the 1980s, I could definitely tell because I knew what it was. hmm I knew what it was when your mothers back in the 80s gave you that prep. Don't touch this in the store. Don't touch that. You didn't know why. When they showed you roots in school, you didn't know why, but stuff was going on. That was going on. PB, man, I don't want to block you, man. PB, man, I don't want to block you, but you got to stop saying scum, bro. All right, bro, I got to get you up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? It always just put you in timeout. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes, PB. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. But man, yeah, for real, man. A lot of hate. Your heart. It's PB. Hey, man, straight up, man. I'm just shedding light on what people scared to say. People really scared of this type tone, this type rhetoric, this type talk. Donald Trump said what he had to say. Shoot, Martin Luther King said what he had to say. Illinois, I see you, baby. I see you. 1977, I see you. Yeah, he said somebody come up on the live and come really talk and share what you want to share. I only got about 10, 15 minutes. I only got about 5, 8 minutes left up here. Somebody come up, go to my homepage, go to the post, and come up on the live and come really talk your talk, man. I got it open for you to come up here and talk your talk. The big beautiful bill. I agree with some of it and some of it I don't. What's going on in America? I agree with some of it and some of it I don't. I I know that Trump is, making America look powerful right now. My question is, are they using Trump for his character? Is they using Trump? And because man, back in the day, ain't no way you could have got in the White House with all them felonies. Just ain't no way. Ain't no way. But it is what it is, man. Somebody come up on the live right now and express your thoughts, express your opinion. Come up here and let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. It's big, baby. It's beautiful. I want you to come up here right now and let your voice be heard. Come on now. Don't be afraid. This is America. We one nation under God. This hat say made in China. This hat say made in China. If I take this tag off, it don't say made in the USA. The boys are back in town. Why the felonies pop up the second he got office? They used to love. Man, you heard what Trump said. Listen,
Okay, I understand. You're pointing out that even though America is one nation under God, your hat is made in China. You also mentioned that the boys are back in town while felonies pop up. Could you clarify what you mean by that?
listen, listen. You heard what Trump said his first term. His first term when he fired those FBI directors and all that. You heard what he said to do to women. You know that locker room talk type stuff. We ain't even got to go that deep in it, man. He the president. He in the house. Let's make America. Let's talk about making America great again. See, y'all don't want to talk that type talk. Y'all don't want America to be great. You want America to be in shambles. Why you don't want to put a new engine in America? Why you don't want to be one nation under God? What we proclaim to be. Huh? We the superpower. We protect Israel. We pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You believe in God. Come on now. You want your tools to say USA. Come on now. Come on now. You want to get that steel back popping. You know. Come on now. You want it made in America. You know. You want that Southern hospitality. You can't even get decent fast food now. You can't even get people to serve you fast food now because it ain't no more Southern hospitality. What you talking about? You can't even go to the fast food restaurant and get good service. You out on Disney World and vacation, people underlining don't want to even serve you. That won't how it was in Master House. Hmm? 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 They'll spit in your food. They'll spit in your drink. They'll drop that burger right on in that McDonald's fast food and serve it right to you. Don't even care because it ain't no more dignity. People don't take pride in their work. We got to make America great again. When I go to fast food, it's almost like a gamble. I definitely got to pray over my food. Like, what the man, I don't want to eat at fast food no more. I don't even go to Starbucks no more. I tell them to fix me a frappe, they make it overly sweet. And sit right here and make the white hello, how you and make theirs straight. No, that's because we got away from Southern hospitality. That's because we got away from community. Because they destroyed the black community. When you build up the black community, America becomes great again. When you build the black community up, America becomes wonderful. Your fast food is wonderful. Your service is wonderful. That Southern hospitality is wonderful. It becomes great again. That cooking becomes art again. Our women, our children ain't even cooking no more because you ain't got them in the kitchen no more. They push the button on the microwave and eat a Michelini. Get up out of here. Listen, I'll be back. Give me about an hour. I'll be back. Give me about an hour. We're going to continue this conversation, but I want one of y'all to come up here and express your opinion. Make America great again. I'm up early. I'm drinking my own homemade Starbucks. I work on my own cars. I do my own thing out here. I take care of my family. I'm a hard working man in society. I pay my taxes. I do my dues. I know how America works. I seen when my mama took me in Woolworth back in the day and gave me that speech, don't touch nothing, because they automatically think it's stealing. And my mama worked for a rest home, and she retired from that rest home 39 years. And I seen her retirement, and I seen her work hard in America, and I seen how a lot of companies took care of her too. And I seen, like I told you, Tom told me, he said, "Boy, you got a special place in my heart because he know I get the job done." Southern hospitality, make America great again. Give me about an hour. We'll be back live, baby.